another view from the front seat, but this is no ordinary view from the front seat. This one is a double feature. We saw Mission Impossible Rogue Nation and Pixels. First up, Pixels. I loved the movie. It was really great. My favorite parts included all of the scenes with Q. The story is about how aliens catch a time capsule we shot into space and confuse it for a declaration of war. The Arcaders, which was a group of men who were video game champions in the 80s, are the only hope for Earth in the battles to come. The rules of the war were just like putting a quarter into an arcade game. The first one to lose 3 lives lost the war. The movie was really fun. I loved the way they brought the video games to life. I can't imagine how much fun it would be to play life-sized video games like that. Driving a ghost through a city to defeat Pac-Man would be so much fun. This movie was a really good time. I would definitely see it again. Dad, what do you say?
I have to say that this movie was not one of the movies that I really went into with a high expectation level. As a matter of fact, I don't think my expectations could have been lower. Everything I read about this movie, everything that I saw about this movie prior to going, told me that I was a big heaping pile of not good stuff. So we went in, watched it. It wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible either. Josh Gad, I really wish they would give him some lines that he wasn't screaming. The relationship between Adam Sandler and Michelle Monaghan was making me root for the end of the world. And Peter Dinklage, I don't know how they got him in this movie, except to say that somebody must have been blackmailing him. This movie wasn't irredeemable. I think mostly the reason why I think the movie wasn't horrible is the nostalgia of all the 80s video games that they mentioned. And there was a couple of really funny spots, I thought, but overall this was really not a good movie. So John, what would you rate this?
Today we are rating this out of Pac-Man Power Pellets. I would rate this 4.5 out of 5 Pac-Man Power Pellets.
I'm more of a 2.5. Definitely shows the difference between adults and kids seeing this movie. You know, I guess maybe because it was of the graphics and everything that kids seem to really be into it. I did not think it was that great.
Next up, we have Mission Impossible. I thought the movie was really good. I think that it combined action and comedy perfectly. I got a tiny bit confused now, then and there, but with all the stunts and everything that they did and the action, I really didn't care. It was basically, the Mission Impossible was basically about how,
well, the government was trying to shut down the IMF force, right?
Yeah. But IMF was also going after the syndicate. And what was his name?
Ethan Hunt?
Ethan Hunt was going after the syndicate. And they ended up catching him. But I don't want to spoil it anymore. I loved the part when the syndicate in the beginning of the movie, he put together a flute and made it into a gun.
I'm still not sure it was a flute.
Well, a wind instrument, let's say that. But yeah, that's my review. Dad, what about you?
This was one of the best Mission Impossible movies yet. They had lost their way a little bit in the last couple of Mission Impossible films, I think. Ghost Protocol was pretty good. 2 and 3 weren't that great. Mission Impossible 1 was pretty good too, but this is definitely the best of the 4 movies. 5 movies, excuse me. And I have to tell you that this is definitely a must-see movie. The action sequences in this, the stunts that are done, I don't know how they keep topping themselves in these movies. It is absolutely incredible. Even though it's in the commercial, the whole scene with Ethan Hunt hanging on the outside of the plane is just tremendous to watch. It really is a very good scene, and a great. Another great stunt was when he jumps in the water pit. You're just going to have to see it for yourself to really fully get the full impression of that. It was just amazing to watch. Also, too, these gadgets that they come up with, the fact that they have these gadgets that they film now that are incredible. I don't know how they keep thinking of new things that they need. The book that turns into a computer was amazing.
Yeah.
And really, the movie was absolutely outstanding. Must see. One of my top 3 movies of the summer. You know, not second to very many. So definitely something that you should go see. So John, what did you think? How would you rate this movie?
I would rate it 4.5 impossible missions out of 5.
You're really stuck on that 4.5 today, huh? I definitely would give this. I try not to score anything perfectly because I just always think that there's room for improvement. But I'd have to go like 4.9. This movie was very, very good, very, very well done. Tom Cruise is a bona fide action star. So you know, this is certainly you know, something to say. And I think there's going to be another one. I think it's going to be amazing too.
Well, there you have it. The first double feature view from the front seat. Next week, we're going to see Fantastic Four, the sequel.
It's really a kind of a reboot. It's really a reboot.
Oh, okay.
Not a lot of positive feelings for this movie either. I've heard a lot about it. I'm not exactly stoked about hearing what I'm hearing about the Fantastic Four movie, but we're going to give it a shot. You know, the box office season for the summer is coming to a close. Kind of upset about that, but we do know later on this year we look at some big movies later on this year. We can't wait to cover. But we're sad to see the summer start
Like
to wane out. Star Wars in December, Hunger Games in November.
I thought Hunger Games was already coming out.
In November.
No, I thought it was this year. Like,
No.
Anyway, we'll see you next time. Remember, a bad day at the movies is always better than a good day at work.